The airport was loud, too loud for what was happening inside my chest. My phone vibrated once while I stood in the arrivals line, passport warm in my hand, the smell of recycled air and jet fuel still clinging to me. One message, from my mother. "Welcome home. We need to talk before you come to the house." No heart emoji. No, "I missed you." Just that. I smiled anyway. Muscle memory. Then another vibration. A photo this time. A wedding photo. White flowers, gold accents. My brother's hand, heavy with a watch that cost more than my last 6 months overseas, resting possessively on a familiar waist. Her waist. My fiance. Her smile was practiced, calm, like a lie she'd rehearsed in the mirror. I stared at the screen until the edges blurred, until my reflection stared back at me from the glass, thinner, darker, quieter than the man who had left. I didn't scream, didn't drop the phone. I laughed, not because it was funny, because something inside me finally clicked into place, cold, sharp, certain. They thought distance had erased me. They were wrong. The drive home felt unreal, like I was watching someone else sit behind the wheel. Every street was familiar, every memory suddenly contaminated. I replayed moments I'd ignored before leaving, her hesitation when I talked about our future, my brother's sudden interest in my work, how much I earned, how long I'd be gone, my parents' quiet relief when I announced I'd be overseas for a year. At the time I'd called it support. Now I recognized it as permission. When I walked into my parents' living room, they were already seated, prepared, like witnesses waiting to testify against me. "She needed security," my mother said softly, as if explaining a weather change. "You were never stable," my father added, flat, final. No one said my name. No one said sorry. I didn't ask questions. I already knew the answers were curated. Instead, I nodded, calm, thanked them for their honesty, watched confusion flicker across their faces. That night, alone in my childhood bedroom, I lay awake staring at the ceiling. Grief came and went in waves, but beneath it was something else. Focus. Because betrayal like this isn't emotional, it's logistical. And logistics leave paper trails. I moved quietly, too quietly for them to notice. I didn't confront her, didn't call my brother. I watched. I requested records, dug through old emails, cross-checked dates, locations, names, and then I found it. A detail so small they'd overlooked it entirely. Our marriage license, filed months before I left. A rushed courthouse ceremony. No guests, no photos. She'd insisted we keep it private, said it was symbolic, temporary, just us. I remembered signing without hesitation. Trust does that to you. But trust is also binding, legally binding. I contacted a lawyer, calm voice, neutral questions. He confirmed it. No annulment, no divorce, still valid. Which meant the woman my brother had married was already married. To me. Bigamy isn't romantic. It's criminal. I slept better that night than I had in months. The introduction happened at a family dinner. My brother stood, glass raised, smug confidence dripping from every gesture. "I want you all to officially meet my wife." He turned toward her, toward my wife. She froze when she saw me. Not fear, recognition. I laughed. It slipped out before I could stop it. Soft, uncontrolled. "I wouldn't do that," I said gently. Silence. I reached into my jacket and placed a folder on the table, slid it toward them. Marriage certificate, dates highlighted, signatures unmistakable. "I never divorced her," I continued, "which means you married a woman who was already legally bound to someone else." My brother's face drained of color. She didn't cry. She just stared at the papers like they might rewrite themselves. I met her eyes. "You should have checked," I said. The fallout was surgical. Annulment proceedings, financial investigations, quiet conversations with the right people. I didn't raise my voice once. My brother lost more than a wife. He lost credibility, investors, respect. She lost everything, including the illusion that she'd won. The last time she called me, her voice was shaking. "You planned this." I considered the question. "No," I said. "You did. I just read the fine print." I hung up before she could respond. Control doesn't require cruelty, just timing. I left town a week later. Didn't say goodbye. Some things don't deserve ceremony. Betrayal strips people of their masks, but it also sharpens your vision. I see clearly now who they are, who I am, and what I will never tolerate again. Love didn't break me. Trust did, and I won't make that mistake twice. The woman my brother married was already mine, and now she belongs to no one.